Well, welcome back. In the shop today, we're going to be working on the kitchen cabinet. This owner is planning to travel mostly single and has selected a single size bed crossways in the van. And that opened up some opportunities that we could do something a little bit different with the kitchen cabinet. I've got it test fit in the van here, and I'll show you some more details in just a minute. The Chevy Express vans aren't near as big as the big Transits and the Sprinter vans, and you've got to really be thoughtful with where you're going to place things in the van. We have some space in the wall behind this kitchen cabinet, and I'm going to use the depth of that to our advantage. I'm going to put a lot of the electrical in the kitchen cabinet, like the inverter and the DC to DC charger, and I want to do that so that we can keep everything close to where we're consuming the power. I want to keep our battery runs and our supply runs nice and short. And we've even located the battery right behind the driver's seat, and I'll show you that. So here's the cabinet test fit in place. I've got the driver's seat all the way back and reclined a little bit, and I want to make sure that I give that some clearance. It's pretty close right now. I'm going to move it back an inch. And I've got the cabinet spaced away from the wall where I want, and I will mark the floor. And all of this clears the front of the wheel well, which was exactly what I wanted. I'm going to line the mattress up with this kind of windowsill here. The mattress will be the full width of the van, and that's going to give her plenty of room. She's short in stature, much like my mother is, so we'll get that. One other item that was a concern or a desire, it was going to be difficult to do, but there is a window back here, and I want to be able to preserve the use of that, and we can still reach it. It'll be real nice when you're cooking in here to be able to turn on the max fan that's up over the bed and open the window behind the kitchen. That'll help exhaust all the cooking fumes and things like that. That's one way to manage the airflow in your van, is choose which window you have open. Like when you're sleeping, you would open the ones over the bed and have the fan on so that the wind passes over you. I'm going to start making some measurements and see how we can get this in here. I will show you the space back behind the cabinet is available. We can use that depth. So the inverter is actually deeper than the cabinet. I'm going to cut the back of that section out right there and make a slide-in drawer for the inverter. Well, we've got the cabinetry out of the van now. Let's take a look and see what we've done. So here's the kitchen cabinet. It's much larger than the one we did in the last van. We've got the microwave test fit in here. We've got a stack of 3 drawers down here, and the drawer fronts fit really nice. And I'll put a door right here. I've already got the sink measured to fit into that countertop right there. And then this has a different style refrigerator. This one is opening in the front and looks to be pretty nice. The owner picked this out and sent it to us. And then I talked to you in the past about this bottom compartment. We're going to make this the electrical kind of hub center. Take a look at what we did back here. I told you we had access in the side of the van that was deeper, than this cabinet. And so what I've done is I've formed a pre-finished, almost like a drawer that I can access. And so if I ever want to do any work with the electrical system, all I've got to do is undo a few screws, pull this out. I'm going to mount the battery charger, the DC to DC charger right here on this wall. I'll have the inverter right here. And then on this back wall behind the kitchen sink, I'll have the fuse panel. And I'm going to have a battery tray. So the battery's going to sit right here. Let me grab that. So this is a little battery box I made so that it'll fit behind the driver's seat. I will have a cover so that we can't get any shorts on these battery terminals. But this will install, after this kitchen cabinet's in place, I'll have some bolts through this area and some T-nuts on the back side. So our runs, our electrical runs from the inverter right here to the battery are no more than about 18 inches, which will be ideal. It's really kind of what we want, but this is going to fit nice and Nice and clean down here. Nobody will really even know what that is. They'll think that's part of just another drawer. So I think that's going to come out well. These drawers here, this is going to give a lot of storage right here. These two top drawers are 4 inches deep and the bottom one is over 10 inches. So we've got all these on the self-closing drawer slides, so that all works out really nice. This cabinet's going to get painted to kind of match the interior. And then here's the bed platform. Now remember, this owner is going to sleep crossways, kind of left to right across the van. So as we're sitting in the van looking at it, this panel right here will butt up against the end of the kitchen cabinet. So that will be our water tank and water pump right there. These will be the closed drawers that will be accessible from inside the van. There's 4 really nice sized cabinets. Now this is built to the width of the wheel wells, and what we're going to have the opportunity to do is, once I put this back in the van, is build little wings here and access panels so that we can use that kind of hidden space in front of the wheel wells, because the actual bed platform is going to extend all the way over to the windowsill on both sides. So right now this bed platform is 48 inches wide, and ultimately it will be 78. So we've got some extensions on both sides. We'll have an extension here and then on the other side. So this is the inside of the van. But one of the neat things, I think, is if we went around outside, and now if you're at the back doors of the van, we've got a large open area down here. The owner had some lawn chairs and other items that they wanted to have storage for, so that's significant. We had an issue here. Right here on this side is where all the jack and the spare tire tools are. And I didn't want to close that in and make the owner unable to change a tire. So my thought process was to cut this drawer back. This will cover the floor, but be able to use that lower area down there for her lawn chairs and things like that. Up above it, we've got a significant size drawer here. Over on this side, we've got a full-length drawer. This drawer is over 30 inches long. And this is one of the neatest things I think I built in the van. This is going to be a slide-out kitchen. So this top piece will pull out on full extension drawer slides. You'll be able to stand right here. This will come out much farther. I don't have the slide on it. Your Coleman camp stove will fit here. I built storage right there for 2 of the propane cylinders, and they'll fit just right in here like that. And if you got an outdoor kitchen, you need to have a place to keep cutlery and tongs and other things like that. So I have a secondary drawer that's going to pull out roughly 18 inches right here underneath the outdoor kitchen. And that's going to be a lot of storage space right here. So I'll get these slides installed, and you'll see this once I get all this finished and installed. But right now I've done all the woodwork, and I'm starting to put some polyurethane on there and get this moving. The goal is to get the van back this weekend so that I can put these in and start the last of the woodwork, which is the little wings on the side for the sleeping platforms and things like that. So I think we're making good progress. I'm looking forward to getting this one out of the shop and get it returned to the owner. We'll get this going and get her out there. So that's where we are with the carpentry to this stage. We're just about done with all the woodwork. I'm ready to start doing some polyurethane and finish work, and then get the drawer slides installed. Some of this interior cabinet work is going to be a paint finish. Everything from the back side at the rear door and where the outdoor shower is going to be, that'll all be polyurethane, a natural finish. And I'm ready to get this wrapped up and installed, because I don't want to miss the fall weather. The owner would like to get on the road and has some trips planned up to Minnesota and back down through the Rockies before the snow set. So I'm definitely going to get that done and get her on the road. So see you next time.